Hello everyone, it's Sparksy again, and we're on to our next biome. This is possibly my most favourite biome of the lot. This is a Mushroom Island. Now, Mushroom Islands, as you can see, are caked in a purple sort of greyish dirt block. This is not dirt, this is mycelium. Mycelium allows you to grow mushrooms no matter what the light level. Usually, you have to grow mushrooms in a very dark sort of place. So like under there, for example, you could that's the only place you could put a mushroom. Now, as you notice, there are giant mushrooms around. Now, the mycelium allows you to grow giant mushrooms. So I just open this chest a minute. If you get bone meal and put down a mushroom, so let's put one over here for now, where it should be able to grow, and hit bone meal, the mushroom grows to a massive size. Now, this is the red and white spotted one, and this is the brown one. Now, you can break these big mushrooms and they should drop their respective mushrooms. I can't do that on creative because I break the block itself, but you can do that. Or Mushroom Islands look like this on a map. They look like an island with a sort of very bright green sort of colour, and that's mainly because of the colour of the grass. If we look at the grass, it's quite dark green. It's a bright, sort of vibrant green. It's sort of almost sort of similar to the grass you'll see in a jungle. Now, the key thing to note on a Mooshroom Island is that no mobs can spawn here. So if you were to set up camp on a Mooshroom Island, you will not run into any dangers whatsoever. The only danger you will face is either drowning in the ocean or falling to your death from a cliff. Now, Mooshroom Islands are called Mooshroom Islands for a very good reason. That's because they are home to the mushroom, which is possibly my most favourite mob. It's basically a red-looking cow with mushrooms on it. Now, the idea or inspiration behind the cows is from the fungus that infects animals. So one animal in particular, ants. This fungus will infect an ant, and then eventually mushrooms will grow on the ant once the ant dies. And then that's how that particular fungus spreads its spores. Now, mushrooms are possibly the most valuable animals you can come across, because they can give you milk and mushroom stew. If you go up with a bucket to a mushroom and left trigger, oh, I can't do it on creative, you will get milk, as you would with a normal cow. But if you went up with a, I don't think it's going to work here, but if you went up with a empty bowl, oh, I don't know where the bowls are. If you went up with an empty bowl to a mushroom, you would get mushroom stew, which looks like this, and it's pretty good food. You get 3 hunger bars back from it, so that's pretty awesome. Now, another thing to note with mushrooms, again, I don't think it's going to work on here, but if I were to get some shears, hey, it does. You can shear mushrooms to turn them back into cows. As I said, the inspiration behind the mushroom is that they are basically cows who are infected with a fungi. Now, another story behind the mushroom is that it is based on a mascot of a Swedish chocolate company. As most people will know, Minecraft was made by a Swedishman called Notch. A Swede who calls himself Notch, and he implemented these to mimic the mascot of that Swedish chocolate brand. Now, I'm going to have another whiz around the Mooshroom Island because this is probably one of the biggest I've ever come across. And it's probably one of the best examples I've come across too. It's a very nice one. You've even got a little bit of a beach there. So yeah, I have been Sparksy. This has been the Mooshroom Island, and thanks for listening.